Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to show you how to put two sequences on one patch. So basically we're going to have the ARP sequence running, but we're going to have another sequence running at the same time. And to do that, we need to create a sound. So at the moment I've initialized the patch source, utility, initialize patch, and we get the source square bright sound. I'm going to do a few things here that don't get a lot of love in Omnisphere when I've looked around. We're going to use the X fade shapes, American 3x shape. And we are going to use a state variable filter. So a state variable, 12 decibel. And this little trick is you don't have to turn the filter section if you're going to select a filter. Just select the filter and the filter section will turn on all by its little self. Turn that to about 1/4, bring the resonance up. That's nice. I want my usual trick. Unison. Bring the depth up. Drop in an octave for a nice thick sound. Now I want it to be plucky, so I'm going to bring a sustain all the way down. I want to bring the depth down a bit. And we are going to move on over to layer B. And on this one, I am going to go to classic waveforms, X fade shapes, and I'm going to use SE02 6 times. And this one, I'm going to bring the harmonia on. Up an octave, down an octave, and normal. Nice thick sound, and again I'm going to go low pass juicy. This time on 24 decibels. Get a bit of squelch in there, and I'm going to bring that shape across. And again I want to pluck sound, so sustain down, depth down a bit. That's nice, and I want some effects on this layer. So I'm going to go into layer B, and I am going to put a creative inner space. And this is going to test me now, because I want to turn that down a bit. And let's remember where I got these from. We want a foundry spin, and we want space air, if I remember rightly, and it's going to be air blow decay 1 to give it like a reverby type sound. And we're going to use an effect that I don't see a lot of use in, when I've gone through 3 patches, and that's the crying wah wah. And I'm just going to turn that gain down a bit. Bring the compressor up a bit. Beautiful. Now I'm going to bring in the chorus echo. Turn that right down a bit. Turn that down to about half. Yeah, half delay will be fine. Want the feedback of it, so I want quite a few echoes going on. And turn the depth down a bit. And change the mode to echo. And select invert. Go to page 2. No, I don't need to do anything with page 2. So that's fine. And for the piece de resistance, I am going to just layer A back on. And then delay. 3 times delay. Going to leave everything as it is standard. Bring the delay down a bit. And I'm going to do a sonic extension. Of course, Skyverb, one of the best additions ever to Omnisphere. This is like having Eventine's black hole within Omnisphere. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to leave everything as it is. It's giving a nice, beautiful sound there. To get this sonic extension, you need to go to sonicextensions.com and you can pick up Now and Sky from there. Now we want the arpeggiator, so I am not going to bore you with building the sequence. This is one I created earlier. To get that length, these short, you just move the length like that. And to change your step, you click on the square and click on your transpose, and you can choose your semitone that you want. And then all I've done is change this to random and chaos, so it's completely random, not just a bit random. How many randoms can you say in the word random? So, what we need to do is then go to layer A, and this is where the magic happens, because we're going to create a second sequence on this same layer. And you're thinking, but we've only created one, and there isn't space for another one. There is. If you go to layer A, right click on course and go modulate, and on here I want to use mod envelope 1. And on this one, I click the plus button. I'm not going to bore you with building this sequence out, so I'm going to just load it up and then I'll explain what I've done. What I've done here is created these steps, and you create a double step by just double clicking, and it creates a step. And just put it back. And to get it to sort of like stay on a semitone and in tune, what you need to do, you need to make sure X1 is selected, and then hold Option on a Mac or Alt on a PC. Grab one of these dots and it'll move up in semitone. So you're going up 1000 cents, 1100, 1200, 14, 15, 16. And that's how you get it to stay in tune. So when we play this, let's just play it lower down the keyboard a minute. We've got another sequence playing at the same time, so let's jazz this particular thing up. I'm going to use LFO1 very quickly, LFO1 to synth shape, just to give it a little bit of movement. Bring that down a bit. Layer B, I'm going to do the same LFO1, and I'm going to send that to cutoff. And we're going to we're going to leave it exactly where it is. I want to slow this down, this rate. It's too fast. Now I've got two sequences running at the same time here. I've got this arpeggiator, but I've also got this mod envelope running sequence. Now if I turn the sequence off just to hear what the mod envelope does, I press a note, it's not going to do anything. So for added spice, go into Amp Player and select Loop and Sync, and you get this. So that's now syncing to tempo. If I turn sync off, it'll sync to the LFO. So let's see what happens if I sync it to tempo, loop this, and play the sequence. We get a nice, really funky pattern. And this is just holding one note, an Omnisphere. Let's try and hold two notes. So I'm holding the C below middle C, and I'm going to hold the C below that. And then we play a note high with the keyboard. You have got one crazy sequence. Well, we've got two sequences running at the same time. So there you go, a little sound design tutorial video. And if you do like these types of little tips that I'm banging out at the moment, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below if there's anything you would like me to demonstrate with Omnisphere, or if there's any patch libraries for Omnisphere that you would like me to cover going forward, and I will certainly try and either answer any of your questions or review that said patch library. So until next time, stay creative, stay sonic, and I will catch you in the next one.